Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. It is time for us to talk to everybody at the end of this battle that we were at last time, but before we do that, I think we should hold auditions first. Auditions to join the party. Now, we have 3 new people who are wanting to join the party. We have Tamara, Marin, and Panette. Which one has the most chance of joining the party? That's Marin. Marin was just incredibly useful. And although the nightly escort is probably not going to do anything, everything else that Marin offers is so good. I mean, compare Marin to Yunaka, right? Yunaka's stats are horrible. They are truly awful. Marin's stats are amazing. Yunaka hasn't done anything for us in a long time. Even with speed plus 3, the speed is still 4 less than Marin at base. It has to be Marin over Yunaka. I mean, we like having Yunaka around. The problem is, all of the combats that we've had only allow you to take like 8 members in, right? 8 or 9 members for like the last 10 combats. So, Yunaka can't actually gain any levels because she's never as good as Zelkov. So because Yunaka isn't as good as Zelkov, and won't be as good as Marin, Yunaka can't stay on the squad, unless we find a way to grind her level. And if we do, we can do it. Otherwise, she has to leave the squad, and, well, it's not very zappy, but she is gone. Now, so that's Merrick A that we're getting rid of here. Let's get rid of Merrick A, and we'll just apply that to Marin for just now. I don't know if it's the best one, but, you know, that's fine. Merrick A. Where was Merrick? Oh, I was looking at the top for Merrick, but obviously I'm not going to find Merrick in the top list because, you know, the top list is just the names of the people who you make the rings out of. I've completely lost Merrick. Must be in here somewhere. You know, it's not that important. I could just give you Elwood A for just now. Sure, let's give you that one, and then I will look for Merrick later. Right, so Marin's on a team. Who is next? Well, Tamara is next. Now, Tamara was pretty bad during combat. And basically we need to see whether there's any way she can become better. What's her special class? Pick it. While making a physical attack, may calculate damage with 150% of defense instead of strength. Trigger is a percentage equal to dex. Okay. So in theory, you want to build her as a defense dex character? That's a little awkward. It's very awkward, in fact. I see the logic, right? I can see where this character could be good, right? If you have a lot of defense, then you're very hard to damage. You're doing damage on your defense instead of your strength, so therefore you have high dex as well with this one, so you're going to crit a lot with your high defense character. I can see the benefits. The problem is, well, there's 2 problems. The first is that's a trigger, which is equal to your dex percentage. So right now it's just a little bit under 1 in 5 attacks would do that. That's not particularly consistent. The second problem is that we have absolutely no control over the stat growths, and characters are not leveling very quickly right now. Therefore, she's not going to be any better than she is right this second in time, which is not that good. We're effectively talking about a 3 stat increase. Between her defense and strength if it triggers, and neither stat is particularly good. I don't think she's on the team. I think Tamara's not on the team, and I think she is just not good. I think Racket of Solm is pretty good. I think she right now, if we could level her up, maybe, right? If we could put her in that class, get her leveled, maybe do some things to make her stats go roughly in the way that we want them to, then she could be good. But right now, she's off the team. So her and her brother are the first 2, bits of royalty, nobility, or whatever from the different nations that we visited who haven't actually made it on the team when we first found them. Which is not great. I mean, she would be competing with Diamant, right? Which is fine. But Diamant isn't really on the team either. Like, she's effectively competing with Kagetsu right now. And she's not going to take Kagetsu's spot. So, you know, I don't know. She's kind of off the team. Panette. Oh, you got me another Seraph robe as well. That's cool. So her one Blood Fury is pretty good. The unit's HP is not at max after combat, grants crit plus 10 as long as the unit's HP stays below max. That triggers often. Like, there's a lot of situations where you're not full HP. So that's pretty good. What does Berserker do? Cleave foes in twain. Okay, like, let me go in here and find out what Berserker actually does. Berserker. At level 5, when making a smash attack, pushes the target 2 spaces instead of 1. I never do that. Okay. So, Panette. Who is she competing with to join the team? I guess she's competing with Diamant, right? Effectively. So, she is 25, 19, 9, 11. 16, 16, 14, 12. Okay. So Diamant is tankier than she is, because he's got more defense and his speed will be higher. In fact, yeah, his speed will definitely be higher, so he's not going to get doubled up as often. Her benefit, I'm just looking at this here. Res is roughly the same. Luck is roughly the same. So it's her strength though is higher, so she's much more of a damager. So damage is her main thing, and she crits. So she's not going to beat him on a tankiness scale if that's why we're bringing him along. So who else would she be competing with? Kagetsu? The problem with Kagetsu is right now he's really good at like just handling a side of the combat by himself, and I don't think Panette's going to do that. I actually think Panette might not make the team. I'm just comparing who we would take out. I guess Bune is the only person who Panette could beat, right? Because currently he provides nothing. He's just truly awful. I've tried to make him work with this flyer thing. It's not going to work, right? I think Panette is just better. Unfortunately. Yeah, I think for him, I think he's out. I think I'm going to store all of these. I'm going to take off his ring and I'm going to give it to Net. Yep. So we're taking off Ogma A from Marth. And then we're giving that to you. Now, there's a little bit of logic in us potentially changing her class. So we could give her... also, let me get rid of that Seraph robe as well from you, just so that we put it back in our inventory. There is a little bit of logic in us changing her class from Berserker, because we don't really need what Berserker is offering right now. Because Berserker, if we go and have a look at it, the only thing Berserker gives is that smash ability. So push the target 2 spaces instead of 1. Doesn't really matter. Like, that's not really doing anything for us. So what would we want her to be? Is there anything that has high build that we could make her? So Axe Fighter has lowered build, so we're not really into that. Axe Armor. Again, lowered build. It also lowers our strength. Oh, Berserker gives a ton of strength, I think, as its class stat. Okay, so maybe keeping her in Berserker is good if we just wanted to do damage. General would be good for defense. Wouldn't lower her strength that much. Could be okay, potentially. Lowers her speed, though. Raises her build, which is interesting. Axe Cavalier. Yeah, that lowers her build again. Paladin lowers her build. Wolf Knight. I don't think that's the path for her. Although, she does have a proficiency in the Thief, which is interesting. Or in daggers. Huh. So that would definitely be interesting. We give her an S. Yeah, why does she have, like, major proficiency in daggers? That's kind of odd. It would be good, potentially. It would change how we're using her, but having 2 Wolf Knights wouldn't be terrible. She would have huge amounts of crit. There's some potential there. It's not a 0 potential move to switch over to this. I kind of like it. Would build 8 would kill off her ability to use axes, though, wouldn't it? Let's switch to this. So build 8, yeah, build 8 effectively would stop her using an axe without taking a major speed penalty. Her speed is pretty awful right now, is the other thing with her. So it doesn't matter too much if it gets more awful. Let me have a look in, and so she would get doubled up right now. If I go to Wolf Knight, her speed goes up to 17 as a base. So one of the benefits of Wolf Knight is that you get that increased speed. It also lowers her strength. I think we leave her where she is and we try her out like this. Obviously this iron sword she has as well is not acceptable. But yeah, maybe we try her with Killer Axe or something. We give her this from Diamant and we see how things go. Yeah, so let's take that. And then we can give Diamant whatever he had before back on. It was some kind of sword he had. It was probably one of these swords I think he had on before. So let's give him that back as well. Okay, cool. So we're going to try her out in the team. We'll see how things go. And yeah, it seems okay. Right. Of course, that's assuming we actually have enough spots to use her during combat, and combat makes sense. But right, now it's time for us to do a run around and talk to everyone. So let's start over here. Grab these 2 items. Where's the item here? Am I stupid? Oh, wait, can we go in? No. Wait, where is the item? Oh, it's there. That's kind of hidden. Okay. I don't know if it's meant to be hidden, but that was inside the pot, I guess. What are you saying? Oh, you got new stuff? The oasis is pretty at night, isn't it, Divine One?
Oh my.
I smell something interesting. Spices, maybe? Bet someone set up a food stall nearby. Okay. In here. Hello.
Indeed.
There is no time to rest, Divine One. We must make haste and strike down these intruders. Fair enough. You got anything new to say? Nope. Yours is generic dialogue.
Wow.
Wow, the Divine One. I adore dragons. If the palace wasn't being invaded, I'd love to chat. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
It makes me glad Oasis Village came to no harm. How terrifying to see it become a battlefield. I offered 50,000 gold for the fabric near the entrance, but they just gaped. Is that too low? Why do you have 50,000 gold that you haven't given to me? That's what I want to know. Hello?
Now then.
Oh, nope. Generic dialogue, but yes, I am very impressed by you.
Oh no.
What are you planning, Hortensia? Along here? Oh, that's an interesting place to sit.
That's right.
I've gotten better in battle. Okay, that's fine. Generic dialogue, but also, I just realized I thought he was holding something. I think, yeah, it's the cloth of his outfit doesn't actually have any cloth physics, so it just floats. Very weird. Guess they didn't expect you to have him in this class here. That's weird. Hello. Yeah, generic dialogue. Oh, we got people all the way over here. Somewhere. Oh, hello.
Whoa.
That's generic dialogue. Thank you. Just a couple of people here.
Yes.
Yep, generic. Yeah, I was kind of confused at who he was for a second there, because I'm not used to seeing him from that angle.
Divine.
Yeah, I could see it was generic after I clicked it. That's fine. Dog, hello. You're mine. Woof. Adopted.
Remarkable.
Oh, I thought she was going to talk about watching the water or something. Instead, she had generic dialogue.
Hey.
Nope. Generic dialogue, asking to fight beside us again. Yeah, sure, one of these days. Pigeon, it's mine. Right, carry on. Diamant, you got anything to say?
Well done.
Nope. Lovely bit of generic dialogue. That's generic.
So great!
The desert is so pretty at night. It was almost worth fighting in that battle to see it with you. You didn't fight in any battle. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
Thank you for saving the village. Please feel free to quench your thirst here at our oasis. Yeah, I didn't save all of the villagers, but, you know, we saved one.
Ooh.
This town is living the good life. Houses stocked and furnished, water nearby. I'm jealous. Hey, I mean, you don't have high standards, but, you know, that's good. Like, her standards are, there's furniture and there's water. But, you know, I guess you only need a small amount to be happy. Hate to admit it, but they were smart to hit us while we were away. Now let's get back there. Okay? Lots of fun folks around this oasis, but are they ready for Zappy? Hello? Divine One, I'm super worried about my mom. Let's go to the palace as soon as we can, okay? Okay. And then grab the bond fragments. Anything I've missed here? Yes, I've missed the flamingo. I don't know how to adopt the flamingo because I don't know how to look after a flamingo. You know, that's fair. I would like to go to the Somniel, please. Yeah, we got the bond fragments for the people I didn't speak to. And now, once we get there, we'll be back in the Somniel with our new squad ready to set up. We'll have to go around and pick up all the things we got to pick up, speak to people, probably have a few supports to do. Yeah, a lot to do. I was thinking that in terms of supports, what we have to do is basically the flea market is open. What does that mean? That's okay. In terms of supports, I was thinking what we basically have to do is the moment we get a support, like a C level support, we have to go, am I interested in more of this? And if we are, even if they're outside the party, we have to do like this kind of thing. And if we're not, then we just immediately go, right, we're only getting points for that by accident, and we just see how things go from there. But anyway, the flea market is now open. I don't know what this is. But yeah, because we're not going to be able to see every support. There's no way to grind them out easily as far as I can tell. And we don't get a ton of points from doing the talking to each other thing here or from the meals or whatever, so yeah. Wheat flour? What's this? No one is tending the store, but you can shop. The flea market offers items you might not find in regular shops. The selection changes, so check in regularly. Okay, so you sell steel ingots. You also sell a bunch of these, which are just things that we can give to people. We can probably get all the supports with, especially with this, we can probably get all the supports with main character and characters. It's just the supports between characters I think we're going to miss. This only costs 10. Wait, we can buy infinite numbers of them? Oh. Okay. Interesting. I'm just going to buy the cheap ones. Or some of them. Do we want to buy the steel ingots? Because these are limited, I think we should. We should also probably make more, like, upgrade weapons occasionally, but I just haven't done that. There we go. Okay, I'll leave it be there for just now. Hello.
Yes.
There's got to be rare critters around here. I'd explore, but I'm too worried about Soam Palace. Also, So you're actually like a furry? Okay, good to know. Let's go in here. That's the wrong one. Ally notebook. That's where I want to go. Over. Oh, it's Marin. Initial class Wolf Knight. Birthday September 24th. Basic info. A soul knight and Princess Tamara's retainer. Marin met the divine dragon at the oasis where she, Tamara, and Panette hope to defeat bandits. Okay, I was really hoping at some point they'd use some kind of gender term for her so I could actually know whether it was a her or a he. As I was looking and going, I'm 50-50 here. Alright. Right, well, at least we know now. Over here. Like, there's another one in Illusia, which I just happened to know about before the game released. So I was like, aha, I know how to refer to this person. But that one I was like, not entirely sure. I hadn't heard anything about them. Alright, get rid of the cat. I'm going to swap the cat for a new dog. There we go. So now we have another dog. So we've got the mining squad going. Up here, we have another item. What have you got for me? Spirit gem. Okay, we got some training to do, which we'll do in a second. Oh, hello.
Well now.
Divine One, is this your home? I shall wait here patiently for you to grind yourself, or gird yourself for battle. I don't know why I said grind. In my head I was like, oh yes, that must be what she said. Not at all. Not at all. Initial class Berserker. Birthday October 23rd. Basic info. Warrior for Soul and Pandrio's little sister. Oh! She met and eventually joined the Divine Dragon's party at the Oasis where she, Tamara, and Marin defeated bandits. Okay. Over here, we'll grab this. And then, I'm probably going to leave you for some wyvern flying, unless we've unlocked the next difficulty.
Yes.
Okay, so he gets Princess Ivy over here. I don't know why.
Which would you like?
I always forget that when we change the looks and they appear and you're like, oh, that's not what you look like. Yes. But yeah, I don't know why they always get it so they call someone else over. I guess it's so these characters don't just sit here all day doing the same thing. It's to add a little bit of variety. But anyway, yes. Unless we get higher difficulties, I'm just going to do these off camera. So, back in a second. And that was a new high score.
What I'd expect from the Divine One.
The new high score was done purely by using the strat that we thought of last time, which is when you get the double points up, you ignore everything else and you just spam as many targets as you can. Doesn't actually matter how many you hit, or like it doesn't matter how accurate your hits are. As long as you hit a lot during that stage, you're going to get a ton of points. I actually missed so many at the start, but the start doesn't matter because the end's where all your points are.
Until next time.
Ton of new stuff from that one. Right. And now over to strength training, which I assume will not have a more difficult thing. There is also in strength training though, two things that we didn't try last time, which is the more difficult sit-ups and the more difficult squats. I'm going to leave these for just now, and I'll cut the video and we'll do some of this. Right, we got our strength 2, we got our bond fragments, and it is time to leave the strength training. Cool. Right, back to running around the map. Let's head over this way, and I said I'm going to ignore the people in the cafe initially. I'm just going to head over this way. Who have we got at the back here? We have Lapis. Okay, so not someone new we need to speak to. We have Lynn. We have Boucheron. Head up this way for items. I think the only other person we need to speak to is Tamara, and she is all the way down at... Is that Lookout Point? I think she's at Lookout Point. Okay. Well, we'll grab our things in here. So a peach and some grapes. Wonderful. In here. Oh, around this. Oh, a little bit trapped in the scenery. Grab that. Another spirit gem. I missed an item over on the right. Okay, so yeah, so it's across the bridge here. It's kind of an awkward spot. You don't really go to it unless you have a reason. Like, well, I guess unless there's an item here that is not on your normal path through. Huh. Anyway. Time to do some fishing. Oh, fishing person's actually here. Wonderful. Well, let's do this. I'm still not quite at the point of skipping fishing yet, but, you know, we'll see.
Where were you thinking?
We might get there. Right. Tuck this one in. It does suggest that there should be a lot more fish, like at least in our guide. But maybe we have to get like different rods. Maybe the rods are like the difficulty level for strength training. I could see that being the case. Really?
No.
There we go. So pull it in and there we go. We got it. Success.
A stunning performance.
Hey,
I'm
new
impressed.
record. Nice. Bond fragments and sardines.
Pick a rod.
Hey, and a new achievement.
Where were you thinking?
Well, that'll be useful for our bond fragments. Here. Just kind of randomly chuck it. I was also just thinking there were bond fragments. I wonder whether we should try and get the bond level up between the one that Allcrest currently has equipped and our new party member, the axe user, who of course I remember the name of, Panette. Yeah, I wonder if I should get them That's that emblem, because that emblem has dexterity on it. The dexterity will then increase the crit.
I suppose fishing
Yeah, that sounds
isn't
like that would
all
work.
about results.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like that would work.
Do you want to keep going? Pick a rod.
That could work really well, actually.
Where were you thinking?
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how much 3 dex actually gives in terms of crit. I should really look at that. Just see, like, okay, if I get 1 point of dex, how much crit is that? And then we can, you know, accurately say how good it is.
No.
And go. Right. 3 small ones this time, no large ones. This one's difficult, though. There we go. Dragging it in. Dragging it in. Got it. Ooh, that was close. Success.
Good catch. Nicely done.
Nice. Okay, we got our bond fragments
Come
and our
back
sardines. You know, I think that one is next on the block for being skipped. I definitely think it's next on the block. Oh, this isn't the lookout point area. This is the new camping area. This place is amazing, but I'm worried about Somme Palace. Let's get back as soon as we can. What, like you're worried about your mother being attacked? What about my fishing? Come on. Right. Through here. Initial class Sentinel. Birthday August 29th. Basic info. Crown Princess of Somme. Marin and Pinette are her retainers. Protected the ring of the Radiant Hero and defeated bandits before joining the Divine Dragon. I wonder. Let me just check something here. Yeah, he did also start in Sentinel. Okay. So they're the same class, but they had different different weapons. Okay. That's a weird hangout event. Just the 3 of them. Hey, rare fruit. Wonderful. We're running out of like rare items, so that definitely helps us. You got one who's all the way along there. Are they worth speaking to? Just waiting for them to pop in. Who have we got? Nope, that's Alfred. I mean, not that Alfred isn't worth speaking to generally. It's just like not someone we need to speak to now. And then do this. Alright, feed him. 1 orange. Cool. Another 100 bond fragments. Now we do the petting. A singular pet will do. Then immediately leave the screen. There we go. Another 100 bond fragments. Right. Then we leave. And I think we head to the cafe next. Yeah. Seems about right. Oh, and we need to do the these events as well. Who was I working on? Yunaka Citrine. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Oh, I didn't mean to actually watch the event. That's fine. Next one. Skip to results. And then the next one. Skip to results. Okay, we didn't quite get it, but that's okay. Maybe we'll do an eat between them as well. Who is it? Oh, it's Anna. Okay, I suppose. Whatever.
Welcome!
I'm on cooking duty today. I'm going to order a meal. Looking for Yunaka and Citrine. Okay. So there's nothing that Anna makes that they were both like. Is there anything that she makes that one of them would like? Yeah, there are. But you know what I'm going to do? There is actually apparently a way of resetting who your cook is, and that's going to sleep. So we'll switch things around and we'll do this one first, which will then allow us to get a different cook who might cook a meal that both of those people like, which would be good. If not, then we'll just choose some other people, but, you know, let's try this first. Because we need to do this at some point, so let's do it.
Sorry, but I'm here to wake you. Is it even okay for me to be here? Either way, I can't just abandon wake-up duty. Excuse me, Divine One.
All crest. Yeah.
Good morning.
Hello.
Are you annoyed that I woke you up? I'm sorry. I'll leave right away, on the double.
Well, that was something. Right, back to the Somniel. And now, we can see who's on cooking duty. Hopefully. Yeah, I do prefer to do the cooking first because it means that we don't have to do another loading screen to go outside to then check who's doing cooking. But, you know, if we're trying to get a specific person, we might as well do this. Right. Citrine.
Welcome.
I would love to order a meal between Yunaka and Citrine. Did I just call her Citrine or did I call her Saline? I should have called her Saline. That looks great. Stats up in most stats apart from res. That seems fantastic. What is it? Peach cake? I think a rare fruit would go well on top of that. Let's go.
I know a few things about cooking.
Good.
I do want the plating to shine. This should make for a light meal.
Hey, we got the conversation.
Yummy! This may rival the cooking from my manor back home.
It's a D rank. That's not very good, but at least it's, you know, not a stat down like we got last time. That's at least a positive. And it unlocked the support conversation, which is great. Let's grab our achievements here. That's a lot of bond fragments. Actually, we should do our supports first and then go into these rooms because we might get more achievements from the supports. Let's do bond first. Nobody needs bond. Okay. Supports. We actually don't have that many. Alright, Allcrest and Ivy. Let's go.
Did you need something from me, Prince Allcrest? I see. You are pretending to ignore me.
I still refuse to forgive you. You know why. How else should I behave in the presence of someone who helped to murder my father?
I apologize for my part in your father's death.
You do?
I know an apology can't heal your wounds, or really achieve much at all. But we are now allies. I think it's important we find what common ground we can and meet each other halfway. That is why I'm taking this crucial first step. I am truly sorry about your father.
Princess Ivy, I used to fear your family and your country. I never dreamed we'd end up on the same side. Life is so unpredictable. It pushes us forward, ready or not. Holding on to past prejudices will only trip us up. From now on, I promise to do my best to find that common ground you mentioned.
Thank you. But you should know that staring is rude.
You're right. I apologize for being so careless. I won't let it happen again.
At least we're looking in the same direction. Perhaps better times lie ahead.
To be honest, I think Allcrest is kind of justified in his anger. I feel this is an odd way to take it, given that, you know, she did kind of help murder his father. Like, and not in a non-active role, not like a, oh, you supported the regime that did it. In like a very active role in that you were in charge of one of the battles that it was involved in. You know, you're a general in the army. Like, you know, like pretty directly involved here. Yeah, I'd say she's kind of at fault. Anyway, the truth about Yunaka. I also think we have to do Yunaka and Louis' third one because I think it's going to be very funny. But yes, let's go.
All right, Yunaka. We're alone. Finish your story.
All right. The girl does as she's told, as she's trained to do. Killing is just a job to her, not personal. Until one day, when the assassin who raised her falls ill. His disease is incurable. He has little time left. So he tells the girl the real reason he took her in was to set her up to succeed him. And then, offering all the money they'd earned together as payment, he gives her one last job.
No.
She feels mostly scorn for him, But she also knows that, without him, she wouldn't be alive. So she honors his last wish. She puts him down. After that, Larimar gives up murder for hire. Tries to move on with her life. She changes her name to Yunaka, and that's it. Here she is, being someone new.
I see.
Now, about the meeting with the Brodian brass.
Right. I'm still suspicious of your intentions.
I was laying the groundwork for a project.
What kind of project?
Truth is, I've been wanting to set up a fund to help underprivileged kids. That meeting was going to be the start. I was planning to propose the idea there.
Oh, so that's why you've been asking so many people about the Brodian Assembly.
Exactly. My goal is to do all I can to make sure no kid has to go through what I went through.
I've been a vicious fool.
What? No way. You were right to be suspicious. That didn't bug me.
Yunaka, please allow me to help you establish that fund. Consider it the start of my apology.
Wait, really?
As this war rages on, the number of children who have lost parents grows and grows. Protea's heart is breaking. Many of our nobles have been searching for ways to help. Please, let me share my connections. I acted in bad faith, and I must atone for that mistake.
No, you've got nothing to atone for. Seriously, I'm nothing but grateful.
I'm relieved to hear that. You're trying to do a wonderful thing here. I will ensure that you find success. You and I have a long working relationship ahead of us. I look forward to it.
Yeah, we do. And I promise you, I'll never forget this kindness.
Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't how I expected that to end, but alright, I guess that was okay. It's just, yeah, not really where I expected that one to go. Right, we've talked to everybody. Do you have anything new to say? Nope. Okay, so now we've talked to everybody, I want to quickly check the shops. So I want to check out... What are you wearing? Okay, that's not too bad actually on second look. I thought, when I saw his trousers on the way past from this angle quickly, I was like, is he wearing like some Dalmatian trousers? Like some Cruella de Vil stuff? But
Well,
no,
hey there.
no he's not. I don't think he has new things here. No, definitely nothing new. That's fine.
Take care.
We'll quickly check over here to see if you have anything new. Aha, new goods. Let's see what you got. Actually, before we do that, let's see what you got in the convoy. Because that's probably going to be a better place to buy. So you got a bunch of these, which are fine. Yeah. Tonics. And then you have some seals. Okay. You don't really need to buy any of the seals. There's no purpose to buying them right now. I mean, apart from to buy them so that maybe they don't restock unless you buy them. I don't know. Something to think about. You got anything new?
Welcome.
Nope. Okay. Oh, straight into the shop. Didn't want to do that. And then you, well, you never have anything new because you're like a smithy. You'll smith the weapons that we have. Right. So now we've done all that, it's time to head into the arena. Because first things first, it's time for Jean to do a little training. Because that's what we do nowadays. We send Jean into the training arena and we see what happens. At some point, he's going to scale. I'm telling you, he's going to scale. It's going to happen. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be by the end of the series, but he will scale.
A doctor in training.
I'm Amber, the alpaca wrangling master.
Oh no. Oh? Wait a second. Oh no, he's going to lose. Oh. He could have won if he hit that one. Alright, well that was not too bad. Doesn't really matter if he wins or not, you get the same XP either way I believe on Maddening, so it's just more for, you know, interest's sake, which one wins.
Jean. Should I really be here?
I'm Tamara, the future queen, and here I come!
Oh, okay. Well, you're not gonna beat her. Yeah.
It's been an honor sparring with you.
Okay, well he gets his XP. And then we're going to chuck him in here again. We're going to see if he can beat the next person that he comes up against.
Let's try not to hurt each other, okay?
It's that mysterious wanderer, Yunaka!
Yunaka! Well, this is going to be a good example of why she's no longer in the party.
He got me.
She gets destroyed by Jean. Okay. Yeah, I think that was a good example of why, yeah, she's not in the party any longer. Right. Next thing. I think we might want to get... Well, actually, next thing, let's do emblem rings. By emblem rings, I mean we have one emblem ring to look at. We just go into us for a second. Ike. Ike needs to go to somebody. Now, Ike is an interesting ring. Because, I mean, the first bit's kind of pointless, but it's these ones, right? If a unit's HP are 75% or less, after combat grants defense/res +5 as long as the unit's HP stays below 75%. And then, unit takes 50% less damage but sets the unit's AVO to 0. Dragons will get the extra -10 to damage. And then this one does 1+ damage per hit taken. That's actually really good on the Great Aether. Let's see what it's like on some other people. Yeah, can I switch between our units here? I can, perfect. So what does Jean get? Jean gets nothing. Alright, so not a Jean one. What does Louis get? He gets a type bonus on Great Aether. That's an extra 5 defense when you do it. Okay. Now, inherently, I think this one makes sense on somebody like Louis. Because he is quite often going to take... He has a huge health pool. So 75% of his health is actually still quite a lot of health. And he's naturally going to be taking a lot of hits, so he's going to be in this state a lot more. Having low AVO doesn't matter because, well, he doesn't have any speed to start with. So this kind of makes a level of sense for him. I don't know if it's where we want to go, but it makes a level of sense. So we'll think about that. Allcrest, no type bonus. Ivy gets a type bonus, so this is flying. Flying grants an extra 5 res. Okay, so same as armored, but except it's res instead of defense. You get the same thing. Covert gets nothing. Weirdly, backup gets nothing, and that's what he starts on. Okay, anything else? We got no other type bonuses? Type bonus flying? That's it in terms of type bonuses. Okay. And then Dragon gets 2. So Dragon gets the most type bonuses because you get the extra 10% off. But Louis is the only other one. It says Louis or flying, basically. If we want the type bonus. Beyond that, what else are we thinking? Well, it could be useful on, say, someone like Kagetsu. The reason it might be useful on someone like Kagetsu is because we're sending them off on their own currently, and it's quite a useful ability to have someone sent off on their own. Like, to have for someone sent off on their own. The only problem is, we don't want him to fight multiple people at once. And this is where it excels. If you're fighting multiple people at once, it suddenly becomes really good, right? Because you want him to be able to get the Great Aether to activate. So I don't know. I think this would make sense. Probably. I think this makes the most sense to me, is to give this to you. I don't know. I think it does. Yeah, I think for me, it makes the most sense to give this to Louis for just now. Maybe not long term, but definitely short term. It makes the most sense.
Ike, my turn.
Right. Now, what does Ike give beyond? So it gives more defense, potentially, if we buy it. Axe power, which won't matter. We would have to buy it as well, I think. Use to move an adjacent ally to the opposite side of the unit. That's really useful, so you can put an adjacent ally behind you. Or, have an ally behind you, you take the hit on your turn, then you move it forward on the next turn or something. An Irvan. Heirloom axe wielded by emblem grants res 3. So you have a weapon that grants res on your defense tank. I think this is really good. I think an axe tank is the only way this becomes better. Yeah. Okay. There's not a lot that we would want to buy off of it, though. Like, we could buy defense, maybe? Or axe power, but I don't really think we need that. I don't think we need either of those right now. Yeah. I think defense could be useful if we've got somebody who's truly struggling, but I don't think we do. Right. Next step. Do we want to give Dexterity 3 to somebody? Maybe. So does Dexterity gives... Let me just check something here. Dexterity does give crit, right? I'm not going crazy. It determines hit rate and frequency of critical hits. But it doesn't raise your crit. But this raises the frequency of critical hits. So does the frequency of crit... It doesn't do the crit calculation for you? If I equip this, does it change your crit? Or did you already have... Let me equip this.
Lucina!
Ready.
Ike! I'm ready.
So that doesn't increase... So having a dexterity increase does not increase your crit. Let me look here. Effect +1. Oh yeah, you don't have a ring? Wait, why don't you have a ring on? Oh, because I just took it off. That's fine. Oh, you get extra crit from this. Wait a second. Yeah. So you get 3 extra... Oh, 3 dex gives you... Ah! I understand. I understand completely. Crit is half of your dex. Right? That's what I'm seeing here. Or is it because he has a bond effect which is giving the extra crit? I don't think so.
Lady
Right.
Lucina!
Let me have a look at Louis. So his dex is currently 14. So half of that, 7, is his crit. If I equip Lucina, it only gives him a +1. Half of that rounded down is still 7. That's why his crit doesn't increase. Aha! Okay. So 1 dex is equal to like half a crit, but realistically, unless it actually calculates that 0.05, 2 dex is equal to 1 crit. Okay, useful to know. So if we were to go on to, say, Panette here, whose Blood Fury is going to get her crit +10. That would give her a 19 crit. Okay. We then get her an additional 3 crit from Lucina. That's going to give her 11 base. It gives her a 21% crit. So effectively, we're saying we're getting her... Yeah. We're getting her like between 1 and 2% of a crit. It's not incredible, but it's okay. You know, definitely okay. And I mean, if she has the killer axe equipped as well, yeah, that increase. Let's have a look at how it would look with the killer axe equipped, because that's more a realistic situation for getting this to be consistent. So let's equip this. So now she has a base crit of 40. Okay, so that gives her a base crit of 40. Back over here. So base crit of 40, she would end up with 3 extra dex, which is going to give her a base... well, it's because she had an emblem ring equipped, that's why she was at 40. So this is effectively the same. So we give her 3 extra dex, that gives her an effective 42%, Blood Fury gives her 52%. Okay, 52% crit sounds pretty good. Yeah, I think I want to do that. So we're going to do some training with you. So let's go in here, emblem up Panette and Lucina. Sure. And we'll go all the way to 5 to start with.
I am Panette. Brace yourself.
Lucina, Princess of Elise, has arrived.
Okay. Oh, she lost the combat. Oh no. Oh well. Hit is very low as a stat for her as well, I'm noticing.
Panette, I must apologize for earlier. It was silly of me to scream so loudly at the sight of a bug.
Not to worry. No doubt you were weary from battle. Besides, it was cute to see you flustered.
Okay. Weird. But we're now where we need to be with these. None of this matters. We're only doing this for the decks. Hey, another achievement. Nice. In here. Now I want to go to Lucina. We want to go up to Dex 3. We don't need to go to 10 because there's no reason to go to 10. Let's do that.
I am Penette, Royal Soldier of Solm.
I am Lucina. Let's see what you can do. I can go on. Let's see what you can do.
Oh, she gets crit back.
One, all
That's
right.
so mean. Given that we have Penette as our crit unit. Oh dear. Right. So it gets us our Dex 3. Now we Somniel map. It's a new map of the Tower of Trials. Oh, it's holding me back. Now it's time to go to the Ring Arena. Or to, not the Ring Arena, to the Ring Room. And we'll do some of this. Do any of these need polished? Yeah, Lynn needs polished. We're currently working on the bond with Lynn. Let's do it.
Please clean it up.
I think if you do polish firmly, they say things.
That spot needs attention. That's clean. How is it? Is it clean now?
Yeah, I think so. Right. So we can quit. That got us some bond. And neither of these will be dirty yet. So that's fine. Right. Inherit skills. Go down to... We could also raise your bond with Ike if we wanted to. I don't think there's any reason to. We can go down to Penette. And we can grab Dexterity +3, which seems very useful. Costs quite a lot of SP, but I think that's a good thing to have. And then we can equip that one on there. Right. So let's go into her here. Manage skills. Dexterity 3. Gives her a base of 41 right now. Yeah, that's roughly what we thought it was going to be. Right. In here. So yeah, I thought it could be 42, but 41 is fine. Gives her over 50% chance of critting, which is the way I'm going to look at it. Right. I think we should buy some rings, just because we have a lot of unfilled spots here and we want some potentially better rings. Like anything that's lower than gold doesn't matter to us, but if we could get a couple more platinum rings, I think the stats would start mattering. So let's buy 10 of these. Okay. Got nothing worth looking at there. Let's buy another Ike here as well. Oh, we got an A. So we got Ilyana A, which is Dex, Luck, and Res. We got Randolph A, which is HP, Strength, and Defense. Oh, and Mist A, Speed, Luck, and Res. Okay, interesting. I don't think we need any of that. Let's go for... Well, we already have a Platinum on you. Let's go for Lynn then, and see what we get here. Lynn, we got... Oh! Ellawood S. That gives us drawbacks. That's Strength, Dex, Luck +2, drawback. We get Speed, Magic, and Res, which is also very nice. Okay. Well, that's another S-rank bond ring, as it put it. So now what we want to do is we want to go in here. Let's figure out who's getting what. So what is this new ability? So that was in here. So currently Merrin has that one equipped. Upgrade drawback. Used to move one space away from an adjacent ally and pull the ally along. Huh. That's interesting. I don't know if it's good. But there's definitely, like, I'm trying to think. There's some situations where you could see that happening, right? Like you run an ally forward, you attack, and then you draw them back into somewhere safer. Oh no. So Strength, Dex, and Luck. Now Luck gives you a whole bunch of like random stats. So it's hard to tell how good it is. I don't know who we would want to bring this on. I guess you would bring it on somebody who isn't actively attacking or doing something. So a backup unit would make a lot of sense. Also, Diamond, I just realized he has Deadly Blade. Oh, it's Sword, never mind. I was going to say Deadly Blade would be great on Panette. No, because that's a sword-based ability. Although, maybe move Panette into a class that has swords. Then Blood Fury plus swords plus the fact that then she would have then she would probably have higher speed, and she would have the build to hold the sword. So then she's actually hitting twice with a high crit rate. Something in there sounds good to me, but not right now. So who would we want to drag back? I was thinking like a backup unit would be good here, but maybe Jean is the answer. He doesn't. Well, the defense is useful on him actually. The dex isn't so useful on him, but the defense is useful on him. I'm trying to think. Like the logic would be like we would run somebody like. I guess it would be like we run Panette forward. She goes for a crit. She crits, and then we move someone back and then replace with like Louis, or something like that. Do we put a tankier person in front? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is it's a Jean thing. Maybe it's a Jean thing. That could be our path. It feels useful, but I don't know whether it just feels useful because it's, you know, an S rank. You know? I don't know. Let's equip it and see how that goes. So he loses his defense, but gains a little bit of luck instead of that. Okay, and gains a new ability. Okay, I don't know if we got any major stats that are that much better here. Yeah, I'll think about that off camera. We don't have any more points I want to spend, do we? No. Okay. So we'll leave that be. And I think that means that we are now done with the episode. Thank you very much for watching. Next time, what we're going to do... I hate that you can see through the eyes if you're that... or through the glasses, clearly, if you're that close. Anyway... what I think we're going to do is we're going to end the episode here. I'm going to go change all the emblem rings about, get the stats to where we need to get them, make sure everyone's inventory is fully stocked up with what we need to get. Maybe see whether we can afford the seals even though we're not necessarily going to use them. And then next time, I think it's time for more main story because it's still a lower level than everything else we're working on. I think so. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.